Welcome to Why Wise Wednesday. I'm your host, Emily Stuker, and I am so excited to introduce to you our new segment, Why Wise Wednesday, where I'll be interviewing both staff and students at WISE, Women in Science and Engineering, to learn a little bit more about the why behind WISE. I can't wait to get started. All right, I'm so excited to introduce our first guest, Andi Scott.
Hi guys, my name is Andi Scott. I'm a sophomore here in construction engineering, and I'm currently a peer facilitator for our WISE 2010 class.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about what being a peer facilitator means to you.
It honestly means a great deal to me. I took the class just this last fall, actually. So I really looked up to my peer facilitators. I feel like they really just took their time to teach us, to show us a great example in class. And as we're moving through, this college experience, right now I am teaching. All freshmen are in my nest. The class is open to all ages. So don't feel discriminated if you're not a freshman. But my group is all freshmen, and so it's been really nice to be that role model for them and to be that person that they come to for any questions that they may have. Or it's just really fun to, again, create that community for these group of girls who are coming in here. And so I remember my nest, being that first sense of community that I had coming in here, and it really just kind of stuck for me. And so I really feel I'm glad, and I wanted to immediately after I took the class, I was like, I have to be that position. And so I really took that on, and then I got the position for the fall here. So I've been super excited to start out and to get started on my nest and everything. Yeah,
that is so much fun. Especially I feel like coming in as a freshman, it can be so scary. So having that place where you have people that have similar interests to you and having a person that can kind of be a mentor is super awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about being a peer facilitator?
Again, being that role model for these students. They're all freshmen, so I feel like I'm just kind of taking them under my wing. I just want to be there for them as they start, the college experience. It's pretty fresh for me still. So I remember coming in here being so intimidated, and it's hard to come in here and find your people after you've had such a set group of people. So being that community for them and being a person that they can come to for help, I really, really love. And I also just love pushing my students to really push out of their comfort zones a little bit, because I believe that really helps you reach your full potential. So pushing them in the conversations and in the discussions that we have in class, I feel like really opens their minds to a whole new idea of leadership, and then how they can then take it and apply it to their real world as they're navigating their careers right now. So it's been really, really nice.
Yeah, that sounds so awesome. So then tell me a little bit about what you do in your WISE 2010 class.
This class this year has really taken a focus towards leadership. So we're learning about the 5 practices, the 7 C's, which are all leadership development guidelines, I would say. We have the 7 C's, which is congruence, consciousness of self, commitment. Those are all individual values where you really reflect on your own individual values and what motivates you, and then how you portray that into your leadership development. And so by taking these traits that we're learning in class and using these guidelines and really opening up those conversations to how we can apply it to our real lives and how we can grow our leadership skills, I feel like it's just such a great class to be a part of, honestly. But it truly is so important, and I feel like I myself have learned, because it's a little bit of a different class than what I took last fall, I myself have learned so many great leadership traits that really I feel like I am even applying to my own life and how I'm teaching this class currently.
Yeah, that's awesome, especially in a STEM field where women might be more of the minority. Learning that leadership skills and being able to go out into that workforce confident and ready to go is a great skill to have, for
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah.
So how do you keep your students engaged while in class?
I really try to keep it fun. I think of a lot of things that I really liked about our nest. Yes, I want to have those serious conversations, and I want to focus in and really be able to dive into the content that was brought up in lecture on the previous Tuesday. But I really do like to make it fun. We do a lot of fun icebreakers and everything at the beginning of class was one of my favorite parts. But the other day we played Guess That Song to start off the nest. And so I really feel like it creates that just like calming environment. Like it's not so high pressure. Like you don't feel pressure to have to be performing well. And it's an open environment where you get to discuss with your peers about leadership, and you get to have fun doing it. You know, those fun activities that Alexa and I, shout out to my peer facilitator partner, we get to create these activities and to help them really optimize their learning for a lot of these leadership content that we're learning right now. So it's been super fun to do that, and I just want to make sure everyone feels like they have a voice in the class and that they're having fun and they're really getting something out of it. And I think so far we're doing that. So
I'm getting like FOMO from this class. It sounds like so much fun.
It's awesome.
I wish I was in
awesome. I can't recommend it enough. I really can't. I talk about it all the time. I truly do. Yeah.
That is awesome. So then I've heard that there's a trading card project that these students are working on. Can you tell me a little bit about what that is and what you guys are doing?
Yes. So our students, they have been assigned a Women in STEM out in our field working right now. And so they picked a woman in STEM, and then they were able to interview them. It's about a 45-minute interview. It's pretty in-depth. And then they take that information and they create a card, which would be like a baseball card representative or a Pokemon card kind of, and they take that card and they personalize it to their women in STEM that they have been interviewing and getting to know. And I even got to do this project too, and I found it to be really, really fun just getting to sit there and network even with this lovely person. You know, she's so great, and I feel like I really learned so much from the person I interviewed. And so you take that information and you really apply everything that you learned from them and into their card. And then you also have a page exhibition label where you get to go into more depth on their background and some of their hobbies and just fun stuff like that. It was like your midterm project, but it was super fun to get to know, you know, somebody who's out there working and doing what I'm currently working to do. So it was really cool experience to get to do for the midterm.
Yeah, that's great. And just being able to learn about real people and what you want to do and see that in real life, I feel like it's so great and valuable information to learn.
Absolutely.
See about your future. So moving away kind of from what you do as a peer facilitator, how do you balance work and life and socializing and schoolwork and all the things all at once?
Well, if you ask my friend Beth, we're still learning that wonderful trait of mine. But I currently have 2 jobs. I am an engineering major, 16 credits, and I'm still involved in a lot of intramural sports, AGC clubs. I'm involved in SALT on campus and C groups. And so it is a lot, but I honestly wouldn't trade it for the world. I really don't know how to have free time. I tend to fill the free time pretty quickly. But I'm still learning how to do that. But I feel like the best thing that works for me is to really, and we're learning about it in class with our mindfulness practices of really just taking care of yourself first. And that really helps you then portray leadership or just joy and getting to talk and interact with everybody, you know, outside of, you know, school and work and everything else, and just learning how to balance that better, where you can have fun and take care of yourself and just kind of relax a little bit, but then also, you know, still put in the work for the degree that I'm doing and my job as well too. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So we're still learning, I think, but we're getting a little better. Yeah,
that is great. Yeah, I relate to that. I think my planner is my best friend because
oh my gosh, yes,
so much stuff to balance. I'm like,
I'm glued to my schedule. That's like my Bible, basically.
Yep, I relate.
Yeah,
but it's fun to be busy.
Yeah.
All right, last question. What is something you wish that people knew about WISE that you don't think they do already?
I wish people knew how fun it is and how this community that's automatically behind you when you walk on this campus. It doesn't even have to be involved like in the class, like your peers in the class. It's not only them, but it's that staff, all the staff members that are behind you, and just fellow peers that are women in STEM and walking through the very similar journeys all together. It's so cool to just have that community behind you automatically. I really feel like I've met the most trusting people and some of my biggest role models through this program. And I absolutely love it. And I hope to continue to be that role model for someone else that's now taking the class. And it's truly, I feel like it's helped me build so much of my own character and my own leadership skills. And I feel like it's taught me so much how to navigate this world as a woman in STEM.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I feel like I've just stepped into the WISE field, like office and area this semester, and I've already felt that community that it brings. It's amazing. There's so much support, and the staff is always there to help you. And I'm not even a woman in science or engineering.
Yeah,
I'm an event management and public relations person, but I still feel the love. So I love it. All right, well, that's all I have. Thank you so much for answering my questions. We love getting to know you.
I'm honored to be here. Okay,
you enjoy it.
Yeah,
awesome.
Bye, guys.
That was awesome.
Yay.
Okay.